Hey guys, and welcome back to Draco the Dragon. So if you haven't already, then make sure to hit that subscribe button down below so you do not miss any of my bearded dragon or more content. So anyway, today I will talk about bearded dragon myths. So let's get started. The first one is that bearded dragons can spread Salmonella to humans. So they can't exactly spread Salmonella to humans. If you're just holding them like this, they're probably not going to. But if they poop, then you can get Salmonella from their poop, because Salmonella is a disease from their intestines, basically, their stomach and stuff. And so most bearded dragons will have Salmonella, but they won't spread it unless you're touching their poop. And if you do hold them, make sure to wash your hands after. So it is possible to get Salmonella. I know recently there have been some CDC warning about outbreaks of a bearded dragon spreading, or bearded dragons in general spreading Salmonella. But I would not be too concerned about it. Just make sure that you do wash your hands after holding a bearded dragon. And with the COVID-19 going on, you should probably wash your hands anyway. So anyway, you'll probably not get Salmonella just by petting them, but it is possible. The second myth is that bearded dragons are smelly. So this myth is totally wrong. Draco is very smelly, his tank is, but that's because right after he poops and it's under the heat lamp, the smell will just start going into his tank. So that's why it's important to clean up your bearded dragon's poop so that the smell does not, you wouldn't want to be living in a house that smells like poo all day. But anyway, their poo is the worst smelling thing, but they themselves are not smelling. My next myth is that bearded dragons are mean and aggressive. This is not true at all. Draco is the nicest bearded dragon you'll ever meet. He loves to explore when I take him out of his tank and let him run around my room, and he'll just lay in my lap if he wants to. So he's not mean and aggressive at all. But you can also check out my bonding with a bearded dragon video. I'll link that up here, so you can click that to watch that. So if you're bonded with your bearded dragon, they probably won't be mean. But this does depend on their bearded dragon. Most bearded dragons are the most docile lizards that are out there. My next one is that bearded dragons are too expensive. Sure, for some people they might be expensive, but I'm obviously not a full adult, and I had enough money for them. By myself, not my parents. I spent all the money on my bearded dragon myself. And so it was about $300, $400 the upfront cost was. Now, there is still a monthly cost because you have to obviously buy crickets. And I find myself I have multiple reptiles, not only bearded dragons. But I do find myself having to replace the lighting frequently because it burns out. It doesn't provide the right UVB or heat. So they are somewhat expensive, but for me, I get a weekly allowance, and I had saved up a bunch of money for starting to get into pet keeping. So I had saved a lot of money so I was prepared. My next myth is that they're too large. I mean, this really does depend on what you think is too large. But compared to some species of monitors or iguanas, they are not that big. They're just, the adults, most adults are from 18 to 24 inches, which is just like this long. That's including their tail. Without their tail, they're like this long. And Draco's like this long right now with his tail. He's almost full grown. But anyway, they're not really that big. They're smaller, if you really think about it, they're smaller than most pets. So I think they're the perfect size
to hold, because they're not too small that you have to go like this. But
you can just hold them on your shoulder, hold on.
And Yeah.
My next myth is that bearded dragons should always be in their enclosure. This is far from the truth. I take Draco out from 45 minutes to 2 hours daily, and he enjoys his time outside. Unfortunately, he will poop, so then I have to clean up and I'll have to put him away. But, yeah, I like to let him free roam around my room. Sometime I'll make a video about that. But, like, you should see my room right now. It is, like, under my bed. I have, like, it all fenced off with, and you should even take your bearded dragon outside on nice days. But there are some precautions, so make sure to do your research before you do that. I will make some videos about that when Draco is an adult. So stay tuned and make sure that you are subscribed. The next one is that bearded dragons are picky eaters. As a baby, it's good to just give them crickets. But then as they're growing up, you can start giving them vegetables. And some of these vegetables, they will not eat as an adult. If they, for example, if you only give your bearded dragon kale when they're a baby, then when they're an adult, they might only want to eat kale. But they shouldn't be picky eaters if they are exposed to lots of different foods. And even if they aren't, then you can still open them up to different foods. So they're not picky eaters. Alright, so the next one is that bearded dragons don't need water. So you probably won't see them drinking out of their water bowl, but they'll get water from their veggies and bugs. If you think about it, veggies have water in them and your bugs drink water. Your bearded dragon might drink water from a water bowl. You never know, but most bearded dragons, you won't see them doing it. And they might not, but every living thing needs water, so it's important that your bearded dragon has water. Another great way to hydrate your bearded dragon is to bathe them, and I will make a video about this soon. You can just fill up a tub, a box, water type box, a sink, with like water up to their shoulders that is, I think, like 85 degrees or so, and that will hydrate them because they might drink. Another myth is that they don't absorb water. Like, people think that they absorb water, which, if you think about it, that's not realistic. Like, we don't absorb water. Amphibians might, but bearded dragons are reptiles, so they don't absorb water. They can drink water but not absorb it. Some people think that people that aren't educated and people that just go to the pet store and impulse buy a bearded dragon and that don't do proper research, they might buy calcium sand for their bearded dragon. Calcium sand, whatever, it's not good. Do not buy calcium sand for your bearded dragon. They say it has calcium sand. It's calcium sand because they put calcium in it, which is good for reptiles, I guess. But, like, seriously, you don't want your bearded dragon eating sand. That will cause impaction, and they could die. If they don't die, they will have to get surgery, and the vet bills will be expensive, and it will be traumatic for them. It will be traumatic for you. It is not fun. Do not get calcium sand. Or most types of sand are not good for your bearded dragons. I think that's going to wrap up this video. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Draco the Dragon. And stay tuned for more videos. Comment down below if you have any more myths, any suggestions, and any comments. See you in my next video. Until then, bye!